This video is made with the intention of being a no damage tutorial of the game. Feel free to use any of these strategies used in this video, but listen carefully before you can perform them successfully. Hello everybody, this is a no save no damage run of
Resident Evil.
Getting the ending 2 with Jill Valentine. As always, we just use the definition of the endings that the game gives on the gallery part of the menu, of course. So I skipped all the cutscenes because cutscenes counts as an in-game time.
There are only 3.
And the run will be like 1 hour and 40 minutes, maybe 2 hours if I left all the cutscenes. The reason I have the rocket launcher is because in order to get this costume, you have to beat the game twice on the same save file. But unfortunately, I beat it twice on hard difficulty, so that's why the game gave me the rocket launcher. But you can beat the game twice on very easy difficulty and you will have the costume as well. That's the best thing you can do, because the rocket launcher, it's kind of annoying at the beginning. Of course, you don't have to use it if you are making another match run, right? Because I think there's no... What's the deal of making another match run with infinite weapons, right? It makes no sense. So if you have a save file with the rocket launcher, just don't use it, and you will be cool. And then just put it on the item box, on the first item box that you will encounter in the game. As always, the 3 main things you have to learn on this game. First, start skating. You can start skate on the stairs, just smashing the run button, or binding your run button to the right stick, and you can do it freely. And the second thing you have to learn is the pump cancel. The pump cancel, it's a recoil cancel of the weapons. It works with both shotgun and the grenade launcher. And I forget about was the third thing you have to learn. Oh yeah, the third thing you have to learn is know when to use the D-pad as a tank control, and know where to use the alternate control, so the left stick as a movement. That's really important. The main reasons I kill these zombies is because the first one, it's pretty annoying to dodge sometimes when you are getting out of the crypt, because he can be on different places. And the second one, I kill him because there are shotgun shells behind him. The second one is not a really big deal to dodge him if you just stick close to the right wall while you are entering into the crypt. But there are shotgun shells, and those shotgun shells will be pretty handy at the beginning of the game. So the handgun won't be... I won't use the handgun anymore until the sharks. And the sharks will be the last part I will use the handgun in the entire game. I'm pretty sure the most OP weapon on this game you can have is the shotgun and the grenade launcher, I think. Maybe the Magnum. Another important thing about this game is that in this game, if you are equipped with a weapon, you start running slowly. But if you are without a weapon, you run faster. This only doesn't affect with a knife, so with a knife you run at the same amount of speed as the same amount of speed if you are not with a weapon. So the knife, it doesn't count as a weapon. Maybe you can call it like that for the running conception or concept. As you can see, I can start skate pretty fast with the right stick. It's a little slower if you smash the run button, unless you are like a degenerate smashing buttons. By the way, I have a friend that is a degenerate smashing buttons. Maybe he can start skate like a crazy man without the right stick. So the door skip mod is allowed until hitless for no damage runs. It's not banned. And let's be honest, doors are... they are not annoying. Because it gives the game like a really good atmosphere, I can say. But when you are making like challenge runs and you are resetting a lot, it's like just making you waste time. So I always try to find ways to make the run faster. And one of those ways is using the door skip mod. As on every version of the game, even the classics ones, you can just pick up the shotgun and Barry will save you.
Oh god, what did I do now?
So the shotgun is not 100% to the 100% decapitate zombies, except this one. This one will always decapitate. It will always be decapitated with the shotgun, as long as you aim up, of course. I like to pick up the canteen because I will use the canteen at the beginning of the end of the game. I'm sorry, and I just stash the rocket launcher, so I don't have to care about that anymore. So there are, I think there's just one zombie that you will 100% decapitate, and that zombie is the one that it was about. The other zombies, it's like random if you can decapitate them or not. It's like the shotgun has some chance of decapitating zombies, it's not like 100% like on the classic. So the dodge for that zombie that is outside, it's like the same way you get in, the same way you get out. At 60 FPS it's a little harder to perform the dodge, at 120 is a little easier. And that leads me to another differences between FPS on this game. At 60 FPS, the game is less consistent than at 120 FPS. It's like the AI and the behavior of the enemy is almost always the same at 120 FPS. But at 60 FPS is like more random, believe it or not. And there are more differences between the FPS. Like you can start skate fast at 120. But before, here you equip the shotgun, then use the dog whistle and you stand up on this corner. You start aiming and wait for the dog. When the dog arrives, shoot him, pump cancel, and then shoot him again. And then just pick up the color. If the color is like really far away and you see the second dog, or you hear the second dog like coming to you, it's better to just reset the room, because like on the classic, if you reset the room, you will reset the aggro of the enemies. You will reset the position of the enemies as well, and of course the HP values, so be careful about it. Maybe I didn't explain the pump cancel, but I think it's pretty hard to explain it without showing the inputs of my controller. So I will make a video explaining how to pump cancel on this game. It's not really hard, to be honest. Of course it needs practice, but it's not like a super hard strat or a super hard trick to perform. The super hard trick and super hard strat to perform is the quick shot, but the quick shot is only necessary for the speedruns, not for no damage run, because the quick shot it's only possible with the handgun and with the magnum maybe. But because we don't use the magnum, I'm sorry, the handgun anymore, and we'll just use it one more time. It is not mandatory to learn the quick shot. I mean, you can learn it if you want, but not necessary, to be honest. The pump cancel, it's really necessary, even more for Chris than for Jill. For Jill, I think it's mandatory to learn the pump cancel if you want to make my strat, or the strat I use on Yawn fight. It will just make your life easier if you learn how to pump cancel, to be honest. So I think this skin is cursed, because this ending take me like almost 30 attempts, I think, or 20. And it was because I was like really want to get the ending with this costume. It was a stupid idea, I know. But because I have the 6 endings on hard difficulty, I just want one ending with this costume. Maybe I won't use it anymore. Not even on Real Survivor, or not even on Invisible Enemy. But who knows? So the rocket launcher is like on the classic, it's on the forest room. And Forrest won't wake up like on a range mode, unless you go to the end of that room, then Forrest can wake up. The ouch dialogue is gone as well, like the Jill sandwich dialogue, unfortunately. But yeah, so zombies can become crimson heads on this game, but by the way, I didn't mention that. If you kill a zombie but you don't decapitate the zombie, or if you don't incinerate the zombie can become a crimson head after a certain amount of time. Best way to not deal with crimson heads is just to avoid them at all. So just kill the zombies that you really need to kill and you know that you will come back to that place. And the places you will come back like 3, 4, 2 more times, just don't kill those zombies. But there are certain rooms that even if you kill zombie or not, they will despawn and will be replaced by hunters. But not all the rooms, right? And the hunters only appears after you end the warehouse section, after you kill the Plant 42. And I don't know, those tentacles are from Plant 42 maybe? It looks very similar, maybe it's from the Plant 42. I heard once a runner said that, but I'm not sure. I don't care anyway. For example, if you kill the zombies, they will become crimson heads when you come back to this place, because you have to come back to this place after the warehouse section. Well, you don't have to, but it's the safest way to come back to that place. So. And the zombie in that hallway as well, don't kill him. If you kill him, he will become a crimson head after warehouse section. Data management with Jill is not a really big deal, because you have item slots. But it can become pretty annoying if you don't pick up the items I pick up in the order I pick them up. And even more if you are like following my routing or my pathing. So for example, I kill the zombie because the zombie, I won't see the zombie anymore, because I won't come back to this place after I evade Yawn, the first Yawn encounter. So that's why I just like to kill him. And the fat the fat bolt zombie that is inside here, I like to kill him as well. But there are 3 ways you can do this part. You can kill him like I did. You can use a defense item and you have plenty of time and go and pick up the music notes and get out, and he won't be able to grab you again. Or you can just strafe him. Strafe him is an strat that you can perform with the left stick, because you can make like pretty crazy 360 movements. And in order to strafe, you have to bait the zombie grab. You made a 360 and you get out, or you run straight. It's not so hard to perform, but it's hard, and I don't see it necessary, to be honest. So why bother to do it? You will just look fancy if you learn to do it. But maybe it's easier for you, right? There are some things like that, like you can do it easily, more easily than some other things that other people cannot. Maybe you are one of those people that can strap easily. And do not forget to pick up the wooden shield before coming to this room. It happened to me a lot of times. And I have to go back to that zombie and dodge him like 2 more times and use 2 defense items. So the reason this ending is like pretty fucking annoying, it's because you have to save Chris. And you have to let the Tyrant kill Barry. And sometimes the Tyrant doesn't grab Barry and just keep slashing him. And sometimes the timer goes to 0 and you could lose the run because of that. Or sometimes the tyrant like instantly grab Barry and you have to dodge the Tyrant until the timer goes to 30 seconds, I think, until Brad can throw you the rocket launcher. But yeah, this was the ending that took me more time to perform. But I'm pretty sure this is a world first, because no one else do this ending. And I don't think anyone else will do it, to be honest. But maybe someone will do it, or plenty of people, who knows. It's like most of the people just do best endings on these games. So that cutscene you cannot skip, but you can skip the second one. When you skip the cutscene, just run straight a little to the left. I'm sorry, to the right, but it's left D-pad right because the camera is inverted on that place. And you just pick up the mask and get out. You have to go around the pillars while Yawn is behind you, not before. Because if you go before Yawn is behind you, he can cut your way and just immediately bite you while you are going around the corner. I'm sorry, the pillar. So it was not possible to dodge that zombie. Or maybe it was possible, but pretty hard. I just decided and let him grab me. I have plenty of defense items anyway, so why not? So I'm not 100% sure if that zombie can become a Crimson Head, but as you can see, we arrived to this place at 18 minutes. Maybe if it passes more time he can become a Crimson Head, but I'm not sure, I never tested, to be honest. So you can skip this part if you don't want the Magnum, but I like to pick up the Magnum on all my runs because it's pretty handy against dogs, chimeras, zombies, and the Lisa boss fight, or the Lisa fight almost at the end of the game before the laboratory part. That insect cannot sting you. I like to call it a bee, but I know it's not a bee. So yeah, you can hate me. But the cutscene it cannot sting you, but if you stay long enough in that room, it will sting you. So I improve my strat right here, and I start bringing the shotgun to this part, and that's because two reasons. The first reason is because the Elder Crimson Head sometimes won't die with 3 shotgun shells. I'm sorry, with 3 explosive rounds. But it will always be like a 10% HP after the 3rd explosive round if the 3rd one doesn't kill him, right? So I just like to use the shotgun to terminate him. And the second reason is because the zombie that is outside the art room on the hallway. Because believe it or not, zombies can tank explosive rounds as well. I think every enemy can tank any kind of weapon on this game. I used to think that hunters always die with one acid round, but they not. Sometimes they can tank it. Even with the Magnum. The only weapon that will always one-shot everything on this game is Barry's Magnum. That's the only weapon. And maybe the rocket launcher, but who cares about the rocket launcher? So when the cutscene ends, equip the grenade launcher, shoot him one time, just wait until he stands up, and then shoot him again and just repeat. If he tanks an explosive round, just keep shooting, you have plenty of space. He will start running of course, but he won't get you, and he will always get a stun after a second explosive round. And right there I missed the shotgun shell, that's why he didn't die. Because I think I shoot the shotgun like a little earlier when he was standing up, and it was like he got iframes or something like that. It was pretty weird, to be honest. So with the zombie, if you don't want to waste like the explosive rounds, you can just let him grab you because he will despawn after the plant 42. But maybe I will kill him. Yeah, I will kill him. Because it's not like he will use the explosive rounds. And as you can see, he tanked the explosive round. He didn't die. Yeah, this is a really good run. So you can see how a zombie can tank an explosive round. There's one dog behind you right now. So do this part a little faster. Do not stay on this part, or the dog will bite you, of course. So there are some differences between the classic and the remake about gameplay and sections of the game. So this is one of them. This part doesn't exist on the classic. And the new enemy is Lisa, or the new boss you can call it, because enemies like the Crimson Heads are new as well. The best thing you can do for this puzzle is to be patient. Do not try to rush it. I think on the ending 4 I tried to rush it and I fucked up like 5 times this puzzle. So you can run on this part, but you have to start walking while you are in the middle of the crowds. You can run as well in the middle of the crowds, but you have to be like perfectly in the middle, and if you fucked up a little your movement and you go a little to the left or to the right, you will aggro the crows, and the crows will start attacking you. And right here is the Magnum. Remember the crest? These are the crests from the original. It's only available on this part. Yeah, and it's like pretty simple to get them, right? So you get out of this place the same way as you get in. Just walk in this section and then you can start running. It's the safest way, to be honest. It's like, why you will take your chances on something like just because you fucked up your pathing you will lose the run. It's not a speedrun, so the time doesn't matter. Even this run, I think it's 1 hour and 25 minutes, 28 minutes, I'm really sure. So this is Lisa's house, and here's the first encounter with Lisa. There are plenty of strats to avoid Lisa in this part. But the safest one, and is the best one in my opinion, is the one I use on all my runs. And it goes like this. As soon as you regain control of Jill, pause, equip the magnum, aim and shoot, and pause as fast as you can. Then unequip the magnum and start running straight. When you get close to the wall, you rotate and then get out. The reason you have to get close to the wall is because sometimes Lisa will try to attack you. And if you are like really close to the wall, she will always miss. But that depends if Lisa... that depends how fast you are with the shot and with the pause and unpause. If you are fast enough like me, she won't even try to attack you. But if you are a little slower, of course she will try to attack you. But she will miss anyway, so the strat is like 100% consistent. It's the best strat in my opinion. Do not forget to pick up those shotgun shells, because after the plant 42 there will be more shotgun shells. So in this section you just equip the magnum when the cutscene ends, aim and shoot, and then walk backwards and just keep aiming and wait for the dogs. That was really close, but that almost will never happen. That dog will never like almost will never be like really close to you. That's a really rare occasion that happen. Sometimes you can kill 2 dogs at the same time with this magnum, but almost never happen as well. I mean, you can kill both dogs with 1 magnum bullet, because of course you kill both dogs with the magnum. So for the guardhouse section you just need the handgun. Just save everything else. And 8 bullets is enough. The shark will take between 6 and 8 bullets, but almost all the time is 6 bullets. So maybe you wonder, maybe you can see I'm playing at 60 FPS now, unlike my other runs. And that's because my computer started suffering because of the 120 FPS, and I wasn't able to record and play at the same time at 120 FPS, so I just decided to play it at 60 FPS. And it was a really good idea, because like that I started learning the difference between 120 and 60, and I can teach about that. For example, that spider room is like more consistent at 120 than at 60 FPS. But the main strat is to get in and get out as fast as you can. But if you have the chance to play at 120 FPS, play at 120 FPS. It's the best way to play this game. So right here the strat is to lure the zombie inside and then use a defense item on him and get out. Because when you do this and you let the zombie inside the bathroom, he will never leave the bathroom and you will have free way on the room. And you have like backtracked that room 2 more times, 3 more times I think. So it's the best thing you can do, right? You don't have to worry about a zombie that can grab you when you're dodging him. Here it's important to pick up the self-defense gun first before entering to the bathroom, because if you first enter to the bathroom and then go for the self-defense gun, that zombie that is hanging up will fall and will be on the room and it will grab you. Or maybe he won't grab you, but there's a lot of chance he will grab you. And if a zombie grabs you in the back, you are not able to use defense items, only when they grab you in front of you. So yeah, keep that in mind. That's the best thing you can do. Right now it's just puzzles. And then it comes Neptune and the sharks. But with this strat it's very easy, to be honest. It's not like you have to worry about the sharks. Because there's a strat that you have to just keep running on a perfect line. Or almost perfect line, and they will never bite you. But again, it's like on this game, all the speedy strats, it depends on the pathing and the perfect movement that you have to do. And if you fucked up a little, an enemy will attack you. So if you are very confident with your movement, just perform those speedrun strats. So the strat is the next, or it goes like this, I'm sorry. Cutscene ends, pause, quick with the self-defense gun, aim and shoot. Then get out of the room, equip the handgun, re-enter to the room, and aim and start shooting. So yeah, I think he takes 6 shotgun, I'm sorry, handgun bullets, right? Yeah, he takes 6. 6. But yeah, as I told you, it's almost always 6 bullets. It can go up to 8, but it's almost always 6. There's Neptune, but as long as you keep running and just go directly to the room, he won't be able to eat you. Because Neptune won't bite you, he will eat you and you will die. The main difference between hard mode or hard difficulty and real survival are it's just 2. It's that on hard difficulty you have auto aim and you have the item boxes linked. The enemies, HP values, amount of enemies, amount of ammo.
Reaching 30% of pressure
It's the same.
threshold.
So the old pressure puzzle, it's random. It can be
Reaching 50%
one of the 3 numbers.
pressure
Unfortunately,
threshold.
I got the worst RNG and it was number 3.
Activate emergency drainage system immediately.
So for Neptune there are two ways to deal with Neptune. You can throw the panel and activate the electricity. I always do that. Or you can perform the speedrun strat. The speedrun strat depends on the good moment. Because if you fucked up a little the moment, Neptune will eat you. So why take chance, right? Why take risks that are not necessary just because you can save 10 seconds? But if you got big balls, you can do it. But I don't recommend it, to be honest. Even more if this is one of your fears, no damage runs or Resident Evil. Right now we have to go to them. I don't know how it's called. I think it's gallery room, something like that. But what we have to do is make the Vigiled. Because yeah, we won't fight Plant 42. We will just make the Vigiled and kill her or kill the Plant 42 with that. And those insects can sting you if you stay long enough on this room, so just go directly to the Vigiled room. Once you enter to this room and you get out, the insects will reset. So this puzzle is random, but it's always a combination of 3, 5, 6. The order is random. So the Vigil goes like this. You go and pick up one empty bottle. You filled up the empty bottle with the number 3. You pick up both empty bottles that are here and you fill them up with water. And then combine the number 3 with the water. Then pick up number 6. Combine the number 6 of the combination with the water and number 3. Pick up another number 6. Combine the number 6 with the water. Combine those two combinations. And then pick up number 3 and combine it. And you have the Vigiled. So the water, it counts as number 1. So when you combine number 3 with number 1, it's number 4. And when you combine number 6 with number 1, or with the water, it's number 7, right? Here, just pick up the map and do not press the confirm button. Just use the menu button. Because if you press the confirm button, Jill will start reading the document. And the insects will sting you on that time. So we need to make some item management before going to the mansion. What you need is a magnum bullets, the shotgun shells if you have, the grenade launcher with acid rounds, and that, and of course the mansion key, right? Right now it comes the hardest part, or one of the hardest part of the run, and that's the section with the snakes. I lost a lot of runs because of that, just of that single section. But fears the dogs. Just equip the magnum, aim and shoot, and just keep aiming and wait for the second dog. On a very rare occasion, the second dog won't die with one magnum bullet. If that happens, don't use another magnum bullet. Just equip the shotgun and kill the dog with the shotgun. It will take you one more shotgun bullet, a shotgun shell. So right here you have to stand on that corner, then equip the shotgun and shoot the snake. Then you bait those two snakes jumping and the third one, and then get out. That strat is really consistent, but it takes some practice to perform it. Sometimes the first snake that you kill on the corner, on a very rare occasion, it won't die with one shotgun shell, so you have to be very sure that it didn't die. It's like it makes like a really interesting animation when it's not dead. It looks like it's dead, but you have to learn it by watching it. It's not like I can explain you that. But it's mandatory to kill that snake, because that snake can jump and bite you very easily. The first hunter, we just avoid him. You run while you are close to this wall. We got the best RNG with that hunter, because he get away from us. And if he doesn't die with one acid round, just terminate him with the shotgun. And for the second one, just use one magnum bullet, and the same. If he doesn't die with one magnum bullet, just terminate the hunter with the shotgun. Do not use like 2 magnum bullets on one hunter. It's a waste of ammo. And right there I make some space, because I will need that space in order to pick up both gems before Yawn. And the red book, I think. Yeah, the red book as well. So the dodge on these spiders is always the same. Sometimes the third one, it will look like it wants to attack you, but it won't. Just keep running. And I like to kill the zombies because why not? We have plenty of ammo. I'm not really sure if that zombie is dead, but I will kill first the bolt one. The bolt one almost all the time will die with just one bullet of the shotgun. Or one shotgun shell. And I just check if the other one was dead, because maybe it was still alive. I'm not 100% sure if on this game it works like in the classic. If a zombie like falls down on his back, he's like completely dead, because on the classic it works like that. But the same rule of the body bleeding, it's the same. So if a zombie is bleeding on the floor, it's like without HP. It works the same like on the classic. For this zombie I like to make him go to the right, but I kinda get too close to him. So that's why like he immediately make it 180 and try to grab me. So the hunters on the first floor will only break through the windows if you pick up the yellow gem. But in order to save Chris, you need the ammo disc, and the yellow gem gives you access to the first ammo disc of the game, so it's mandatory. But maybe you check my other videos where I don't save Chris, and you can confirm that if you just pick the red gem, hunters won't trigger. So we need to make item management before Yawn. You just save the shotgun shells, but before you reload your shotgun, you save the magnum bullets, you save the red book, and you need the grenade launcher with acid rounds, of course, and the crank. So in order to dodge the hunter, just keep running while you're stick close to the right wall. They will never attack you if you keep running. They will try, of course, but they won't be able to. And the dodge for the last zombie in this hallway, it's like this. You have to stick close to this wall. Remember I told you don't have to kill that zombie? That's why. Because if you kill him, now he will be a crimson head. It's not so hard to avoid the crimson head in case you kill that zombie. You just have to run and go directly to the room that you want to go, and when you get out, the same. Like, not wasting time at all, and you will avoid the crimson head. In case you make a crimson head there, right? So as soon as you regain control of Jill, equip the grenade launcher and shoot him 3 times while you can't cancel. Then go down. Run straight, aim and shoot. So there are 3 main reasons we bring the shotgun. The first one is in case you fucked up the fight with Yawn and you get out of, or you stay without acid rounds, then you have to kill him with the shotgun. The second main reason is because the zombie that we will visit before picking up the jewelry box. And the third reason is because the hunter that is outside the art room. But that acid round that we have right now, of course in case you didn't use it for Yawn, it's for the hunter. But Yawn will always die with 4 acid rounds if you make the strat like I did. So the pump cancel, it's like you have to aim, shoot, and then you have to release the aim and shoot button and press the up D-pad button, and then immediately press aim and shoot again and repeat. That's how you cancel or that's how you perform the pump cancel. So this zombie, just get close to him, aim up and shoot. Most of the time you will decapitate him, but even if you don't decapitate him, just kill him. We won't go back to this room anymore, so doesn't matter if he becomes Crimson Head. So remember, there's one hunter right here. So just enter, pause, equip the grenade launcher, shoot him, pause again, equip the shotgun, just in case he is still alive. But he dies, so it's just in case he is still alive. The shotgun. Now the dodge for the snakes, it's pretty easy, you just have to stick close to the left wall. And use the left sticks to do that. It's more simple to do that part with the left stick than with the D-pad. Then you can start using the D-pad right there. But that's up to your preference, right? Maybe you are more comfortable just using the left stick. But I believe and I recommend that you have to learn both controllers for the challenge runs or speed runs, because there are some places that it's better to use the D-pad than the left stick, because the left stick can control you very easily with the cameras. So the mine section, it's like very similar to arrange mode with some additions, of course, like Lisa's Labyrinth. But the dodges, it's like the same, I think, for the hunters. And of course the crank kicks on Rico's body. Doesn't make a really big difference with Jill, right? On arrange mode. But with Chris was like definitely a big difference. For that hunter, just keep running straight and then rotate. He will always scream before attacking. And I feel like I said that a lot of times, man. Well, for this hunter, just stick close to the left wall and then make a curve while you can. The second hunter sometimes will do that, but most of the time he will jump and try to jump into you. Right there, my computer was like getting problems again. and kind of stalking, so I was afraid that maybe the game will stuck and I will have to reset, because it happened to me a lot of times when I have good runs, unfortunately. But this wasn't the case, so I was blessed. So for the Black Tiger, you just need the Magnum, the crank that you pick up from Enrico's body, and the red gem and the jewelry box. But the red gem and jewelry box is not for Black Tiger, it's for the mansion. But you will use it as soon as you can go back to the mansion, so it's just because to not waste time. The Black Tiger will always die with 4 Magnum bullets unless you miss a shot. But I think it's kind of impossible to miss a shot with the Black Tiger. Black Tiger is a pretty hard boss, even more like 60 FPS, because at 120 it's like more consistent. At 60 FPS it's like sometimes do some things that you don't expect. So you have to be ready for those things. Because the main thing you want to do with Black Tiger is to make her jump. At 120 FPS almost always happen. But at 60 FPS sometimes it doesn't. So you can enter to the fight with the Magnum equipped or unequipped. It doesn't really make a big difference, to be honest. When the cutscene ends and you regain control of Jill, just go to the left and start shooting the Black Tiger if the Black Tiger didn't jump, and just keep rotating on her or on the Black Tiger. But be careful, because as you can see, Black Tiger can do that auto attack, and that auto attack has a really long range, believe it or not. That's why after the third shot I was like really far away from the Black Tiger, just because of that. And you don't have to be behind the Black Tiger when you kill the Black Tiger, because when you destroy the Black Tiger ass, it will throw you acid, or it throws you acid from the Black Tiger ass. So, and of course you have to be careful about the little spiders that are above you. And when you kill Black Tiger, just reset the room and the little spiders will be gone. So the dodge for the hunters is the same. You just stick close to this wall, to the left wall. Just be careful to not push the second hunter a little with your body, because or be close to the second hunter, because sometimes the second hunter can make a 180 slash. It's possible it can hit you, but as long as you are on the left wall, nothing bad will happen. So this is the Lisa's Labyrinth section. I like to call it like that. The main thing you have to do here is know where to spawn Lisa in order to not get caught your way by Lisa. Because you can spawn Lisa in different places. Depends which cameras you use. It's not so hard. The hardest part is to learn that section. Because, as I told you, it's kinda labyrinth, so you can get lost pretty easily if you don't know where to go. So, for example, right here you spawn Lisa on this place by going down, and then you just get out. Simple as that. So here is the same, you just spawn this on the left and lure her a little if she's going to the right, like on that occasion. Because if you don't lure Lisa, she will like get in your way when you're going to put the flamethrower, the broken flamethrower. At invisible enemy this is harder because sometimes you cannot see if Lisa is like going to the right immediately when you spawn her on the left. But this is not invisible enemy, so use your eyes maybe. I'm sorry, that was rude, I think, yeah. But anyway, there's the jewelry box. And now you will go back to Lisa's house. And the zombie on the forest is on the same place. Dodge is the same, or the avoid. I think it's not a dodge, it's just avoid, or evade. You just have to go between the trees and he will never be able to grab you. Sometimes that zombie can even try to vomit. But if you keep running, he won't be able to hit you. or grab you. And right now, instead of crows, there's 2 zombies on the cemetery. Believe it or not, you can just run straight and the zombie won't be able to grab you. Not even at 60 FPS, as you can see. At first I thought this was only possible at 120, but it's possible at 60 FPS, so it's 100% consistent. There are no more enemies until this boss fight. So for Lisa's boss fight you need the... I think only the Magnum, to be honest. The shotgun is just in case, and yeah, it's just in case. And the grenade launcher as well. Because the best weapon you can have against Lisa is the Magnum. There are plenty of things you can do on Lisa's boss fight. But of course for this ending you have to choose yes with Barry. And I'm just picking up the canteen and the lighter because I won't use the item box on the laboratory, at least at the beginning, so I can just continue my way. A little save time. So there are plenty of things. You can even make Lisa fall off the platform, like before pushing the stones. But we won't do that. Just go directly to the left stone, start pushing, then get close to the dump before going to the right stone, and like that Lisa won't jump. Well, almost all the time won't jump, but sometimes she will jump. And right now just wait. And fucking Barry's totally around it like an ending tree. But at least he do his work and he make Lisa what I want to do. But that there fucking Barry, like, I don't know why Lisa started going upwards instead of backwards. Because Barry was shooting her like on the left. That was pretty weird, man. But fucking Barry always trolling this fight, to be honest. And when you want him to shoot, he's not shooting and he just let Lisa throw him. It's like Lisa's on his fucking face and he doesn't shoot. It happened. I lost one round because of that. So you have to take care of Barry. Lisa is like really close to him. He's like a baby, to be honest. Alright, so the last section of the game. And I said I won't use the item box, and I just use it when I don't know what happened with me. But just fill up the canteen with kerosene, and right here use the magnum. But keep in mind to save 2 magnum bullets just in case the Chimera give us a really bad RNG. And also keep in mind that not missing a shot, of course. And also that sometimes on a very rare occasion zombies won't die with 1 magnum bullet, believe it or not. So that's why I'm checking their bodies. But unfortunately I didn't decapitate any of them, so I have to light them up, all of them. The fire on zombies' bodies, if you stand up on the zombie body, Jill will make an animation like she's taking damage. But it doesn't count as damage, it's just in case you wonder. So the zombie, we will try to decapitate him. We didn't decapitate the zombie, so we have to light him up. Dude, this was a really bad luck laboratory. We didn't decapitate any of the zombies. But it's okay, that's the main reason we bring the canteen. So the password is the same as in the classic. The login is Yawn and the password is Aiden. The second password change. The second password is Cell. Like Dragon Ball Z. You can write ball if you want, like on the classic, and Tofu will speak. But it's not the password. He will say wrong. In Japanese, I think. But yeah, no matter what ending you are doing, you have always, or you need to always open both doors, B2 and B3. And because this is an ending we have to save Chris, we need a space, so we will go back to the item box and make some space before continuing. So the second ammo disc is right here, and the third one is on the room. Not a big deal to pick the ammo disc. The password is 8462. In case you fucked up a number, just press the menu button and we will erase a number. Or the run button. I don't remember. But you can erase a number. And there's the laboratory key. So I'm pretty sure the hardest part right now are the Chimeras and the last Tyrant fight. Maybe the laboratory Tyrant fight. The last Tyrant is only hard because on this ending we have to give the Tyrant time to kill Barry. So for this part you have to go directly to that part and enter to the ventilation. And then go directly to the third one. You enter to the third one, you run straight, go down, then go to the left and activate the first ammo disc. Try to do this part as fast as you can, or the Chimera will come out from the ventilation. And just run straight and go to the ventilation immediately. And then go to the third one again. And just get out of the room. By doing this, you will avoid the chimera that it's on this room. The second activation of the ammo disc is on the nitroglycerin room. And the third one you can activate from the chimera section. But that's the last one, right? First we have to kill this chimera that is on the right, so walk while you are stick close to this wall. While you are here, equip the magnum, aim and shoot. And the fucking chimera was really close to me and just decided to go to the ceiling, as you can see. So I just reset the room, man. That was really fucking scary and risky. Right there I have a really good RNG, so the chimera was in its position and I was able to decapitate the chimera. So you have to be very careful with the chimeras. The chimera can be on the ceiling like on that occasion, or the chimera can be like really close to you, and when you kill the chimera will make an auto attack while it's dying, and that counts as damage. If it hits you, if it hits you, what the fuck? If it hits you. Damn dude, I cannot English. But yeah, it's like that. So be careful about those little fixed chimeras can make, or that chimera can make on that part, because that's the most annoying chimera in the game. The other chimeras are not so hard because you just have to dodge the chimeras. You don't have to kill any more chimeras. You activate here the second ammo disc. And make sure that you kill that zombie. I was lucky and I decapitated the zombie, but if you don't decapitate him, just make sure that you kill him. It's not necessary to incinerate him, but you have to be sure to kill him. So here's the nitroglycerin, and now you have to walk. You can run 2 steps and walk 2 steps like some speed runs, but this is not a speed run, so fuck it. Just walk. So you can hear a chimera on the left right now, but that chimera will never come to you, so don't worry. It's just like the game wants to troll you. As soon as you put the nitroglycerin, you can start running. And just keep running. This chimera that will come or will land, it will never hit you if you just go directly to the room. Right here you have to run straight and then activate the ammo disc. Here sometimes you have to make like kind of fancy dodge. You get close to the chimera and then take distance because the chimera will attack, and then just keep running. As you can see, the dodges are not so hard. It's only a matter of keep running. It's not like on the classic game. You have to bait auto attacks of the chimeras on the ceiling. Right here is not like that. We just keep running. And I'm pretty sure if a chimera is on the ceiling, it won't attack you, it will just grab you and you can use a defense item. But I didn't test it at all, I just saw it a couple of times. Right here there are flame rounds. These flame rounds will be really helpful for the Tyrant fight. The laboratory Tyrant fight. So when you regain control of Jill, just make a quick turn, run, and go to this place. And just wait until the Tyrant appears. When Tyrant appears, keep running, equip the flame round, and shoot him 3 or 4 times while you pump cancel. And then just keep shooting him. So yeah, I lied on my other videos because I think I told you that the Tyrant will always die with 5 flame rounds. But he dies with 6, unless I am always missing one. So
Barry!
It's 6. Yeah, always 6. But yeah, that's the fight with the Tyrant in laboratory. Right now we have to save Chris, but there's no enemies, to be honest. One Chimera can spawn in this part, and I think it depends on if you go a little far to the left. But this wasn't the occasion, so we're good to go. There's also flame rounds on Chris' cell or on Chris' room. But it's not necessary because we will cheese the Tyrant. I'm a chaser, yeah. Demand me.
Come on. Come on, come on.
System has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately.
This is Brad.
Activating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing. 3 minutes to detonation.
Damn it! We're almost there! Jill, you just get in contact with Brad.
No!
We can make it. Jill, ladies first.
Chris!
Would you let me have my moments too?
All right. We'll rendezvous at the heliport.
So the cheese consists on wait until the 45 seconds on the timer, but because it's the ending too, I will wait until 1 minute 1 minute and 0 seconds. And that's because I want to give the Tyrant enough time to kill Barry, because sometimes the Tyrant won't instantly grab Barry. But sometimes the fucker will, and I would have to dodge him. It's like completely RNG if the Tyrant will immediately grab Barry or not. But yeah, in case he didn't grab him immediately, 1 minute is enough for the cheese and for let the Tyrant kill him, so that's why we wait until it's 1 minute. Alright, so let's see how this goes. So yeah, he's not instantly grab him. So just get behind Barry, but not really close to him, because if the Tyrant keeps slashing, he can hit you as well. So just get behind him, but with some space. That's the best thing that can happen, because he grabbed him right now. But don't stand up on that part, because Brad won't be able to throw you the rocket launcher. So, but after the Tyrant kill Barry, he will always like shake his hand or his that disgusting thing at an arm, because he's like shaking the blood from Barry, and that gives you enough time to shoot him the rocket launcher. And that's it. This was Resident Evil HD Remaster, getting the ending 2 with Jill Valentine without saving, without taking any damage, on hard difficulty. Thank you very much for watching, hope you like and enjoyed. If you have any question about this run or any other runs I make, feel free to ask me at twitch.tv/Saurio or on the Team Hitless Discord server. I'm always there and I'll be happy to help you. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Ares, and I see you next time.
Jill, you did a fine job.